Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Operation Smooth podcast. My name is Kevin, and today, instead of talking about my absolutely woeful football team, the New York Jets, which is what a lot of this channel has been based on, we're going to do a little something different today. We're going to go to a Premier League soccer, and today we are going to do live a watch along of this huge matchup today between Manchester City and Chelsea. Two teams that are near the top of the Barclays Premier League table. Chelsea, in today's game, they are basically coachless, managerless. Coach Enzo Maresca parted ways with the club on Thursday. For all the Chelsea fans watching, you kind of see the writing on the wall in a lot of ways. There was a lot of friction going on between Enzo Maresca at the club, and unfortunately, last week against Aston Villa, they lost 2-1, and that basically ended Enzo Maresca's tenure. Despite that, they did win the Conference League, I believe, and also they won the World Club Championship last season. So technically, Chelsea are the world champions, if you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna say it that way. Let me see. I'm having a bit of a. Let me fix this. Let me fix this before we get rocking and rolling here. All right, let's go. We got some big time Premier League soccer action today. Uh, Before we get to the lineups, let me just go ahead and bust out the Premier League table. Hold on just a second here. This is what happens when you are. So what happens when you're live. So just bear with me just a second here on the Operation Smooth podcast. This is the first Premier League show I've done in quite a bit. So just all right. So before we go any further, let's take a look at the Premier League table so you can see just how important this match is, especially with Arsenal, who beat Bournemouth yesterday 3-2. So Arsenal stay on top of the Premier League as we go into the second half of this season. Arsenal with 15 wins, 3 draws, only 2 defeats. Those 2 defeats were to Liverpool and to Aston Villa. They lost to Aston Villa the first time around. As of this moment, Aston Villa is in second place with 42 points. They lost to Arsenal in match day 19, but yesterday they did dominate Nottingham Forest 3-1. And so that gives a bit of a cushion to Aston Villa. They are not completely out of the race despite the loss to Arsenal. So Aston Villa and Arsenal, they split the season series. Manchester City sitting in third with a game in hand, which is the game that they're about to play against Chelsea. If Manchester City were to win, or even with a draw against Chelsea, they would jump into second place. A win today against Chelsea would propel them to 44 points. So they would still be on Arsenal's tail. If Manchester City were to draw, they would be level with Aston Villa at 42 points. But as you can see with the goal difference, plus 26, that would propel Man City to second place. Having said that, if Chelsea were to win, the top 3 would stay the same. And Chelsea, with a win, would jump ahead of Manchester United, and Chelsea would be at 33 points. So even though Chelsea, I mean, to be honest, they're kind of out of the title race, so to speak, but they do want to get a top 4 spot and get into the Champions League. It looks like Liverpool drew with Fulham today, 1-1. I would let me double check that real quick since I'm coming to you live. Let me double check the scores here and give you a quick update. Leeds and Manchester United tied at 1. Brentford, they were up 3-0 against Everton. They won that game 4-2. Newcastle United beat Crystal Palace 2-0. Tottenham Hotspur and Sunderland ended up at 1-1, and Fulham and Liverpool tied at 2. So this will be an opportunity for Chelsea to jump into fourth place. However, Chelsea have been struggling, only one win in their last 7 matches. And obviously so much controversy and so many things behind the scenes going on with Enzo Maresca. But now he is gone. And so Chelsea will be in search of a new manager. Here's a look at the rest of the table. You've got Brighton, Fulham, and Everton all tied at 28 points. Brighton is in 10th based on goal differential. Another disappointing season for Tottenham. They sit at 27 points and 13th, tied with Crystal Palace. And then you've got Bournemouth, who lost to Arsenal. You've got Leeds and Nottingham Forest trying to avoid relegation. The bottom 3 in the relegation zone are West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. I cannot believe Wolves. They got their first win of the season. They absolutely destroyed West Ham 3-0 yesterday. I was watching that game. I was definitely in disbelief at that one. So that's a look at the Barclays Premier League table. Again, let's look at the top. Arsenal, they are cooking right now. They are cooking, and they might run away with the league. What a game they had against Brentford, down 1-0 based on that error by Gabriel. But they got 3 goals in a row. Declan Rice was the star of that game with 2 goals, and they managed to hang on and beat Bournemouth 3-2. Aston Villa bouncing back from the loss to Arsenal. They had a very good win against Nottingham Forest yesterday. Arsenal did break Aston Villa's 11-match winning streak in all competitions, but nevertheless, a very nice bounce back by Aston Villa. So we gotta give them props. Let's take a look at the projected starting lineups. For both squads. Manchester City, they are going to play in their 4-3-3. Donnarumma, O'Reilly at left back, Vardiel and Diaz are the center backs. And at right back, you've got Nunez. And then the midfield is going to be Renders, who's a Dutch player that's really good. The veterans, Rodri, and the captain, Bernardo Silva. And the front 3, Phil Foden on the left. Cherki has come on incredibly strong. And then, of course, Erling Haaland. So Manchester City will be in the 4-3-3. On the other hand, Chelsea will be in the 4-2-3-1. Jorgensen will be at goalkeeper in replacing Robert Sanchez. Malo Gusto at left back. Badiashile and Chabala will be the center backs. Achimpong is going to be the left back. The 3-man midfield is going to be Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, who can also play right back. And then Cole Palmer, the sensational young 20-year-old. And then on the wings, you've got Pedro Neto and Esteval, a sensational young Brazilian, and Joao Pedro, who will round out the starting lineup for Chelsea. This is the projected lineup. It might change. So that game is about to start here in about another 4 or 5 minutes. Keep it here on the Operation Smooth podcast as the teams are headed out. Live from Etihad Stadium in Manchester, England. And so we'll see what happens in this big time Barclays Premier League matchup. Between Manchester City and Chelsea. Chelsea, again, not completely out of the race to win the title, but if they lose, you might as well stick a fork in them. Manchester City, Quite frankly, the pressure is on them. They need to win today in order to keep pace with Arsenal. Arsenal does play Liverpool on Thursday, so there might be a potential for a slip up by Arsenal. But the way they're playing and the way Liverpool's playing, I'm not so sure. That'll be the game played on Thursday. It's going to be a full slate of games on Wednesday. You've got Bournemouth versus Tottenham, Brentford versus Sunderland, Crystal Palace will host Aston Villa, Everton will play against Wolves, Fulham will host Chelsea at Craven Cottage, Brighton will come to the Etihad on Wednesday and play Man City. So it's another game that, realistically speaking, Manchester City should win and need to win. Burnley will take on Manchester United, and Newcastle United will take on Leeds. And then the big game on Thursday, it's going to be Arsenal hosting Liverpool at Emirates Stadium. So again, kickoff is about to start here in about another minute or so. So keep it here on the Operation Smooth podcast. And I'll be bringing you all the action. Again, live from Etihad Stadium in Manchester City. It's been a while since I've done a Premier League show. So let's go. Let's get rocking and rolling here. As match day 20 of the 2025-26 Barclays Premier League season continues. As we're about to get things underway. Kickoff should start any second now. All right. The players are on the pitch. Looks like they've already done their pregame handshakes. There's a gentleman named Liam Ruiseñor. I think he's one of the Chelsea assistants. He will be coaching today. A moment of applause in memory of former boxer Ricky Hatton, who passed away tragically towards the end of last year. A superb fighter, a big-time Manchester City fan. Ricky Hatton brought us some great moments in his boxing career. Known for his victory over Costa Zoo in 2005. Also fought the likes of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, who passed away late last year at the age of, I believe he was 49 years old. Beautiful tribute by the Manchester City organization. Pep Guardiola looking a bit emotional in this moment. Maybe he knew Ricky Hatton. I'm sure he did. So yeah, beautiful tribute to Ricky Hatton. Again, we await kickoff between Manchester City and Chelsea. All right, kickoff is just a few seconds away. Manchester City in the sky blue shirts with the white pants and the sky blue socks. They are the home team. Chelsea in all dark blue. They will be the visiting team. There's the captain of Manchester City. giving a pregame talk. Actually, no, that's Ruben Diaz. And there's a look at Chelsea getting a pregame talk. Looks like Enzo Fernandez is doing the talking. Chelsea dark blue shirts and shorts with the white pants, with the white socks, excuse me. And we are about to get underway at the Etihad Stadium in Manchester, England. Cole Palmer will take their kickoff. Manchester City attacking from right to left. Donnarumma, O'Reilly, Vardio, Diaz, and Nunez. Reinders, Rodri, and Bernardo are the midfielders. Then you've got Foden and Cherki and Erling Haaland. That's the starting lineup for Man City. Chelsea in the 4-2-3-1 formation. Jorgensen, the goalkeeper. Gusto, Badiashile, Chabola, and Achepong. The back four, Enzo Fernandez and Reece James are the two midfielders. The three forwards are going to be Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, and Esteval, and then Joao Pedro up front as the lone striker. 45 seconds in. Vardio lost possession. Excuse me, that was Nunez. Donnarumma to Diaz. Diaz heavily pressured by Pedro Neto. And that's out. That'll be a throw-in for Chelsea a minute into the matchup. Enzo sends it all the way back to the keeper. Jorgensen to Chabola. Jorgensen. Who's it to Badiashile. Tries to get it to Malo Gusto, but it's out, and it'll be a throw-in for Man City. Nunez will take it. Vardio. To Ruben Diaz. Vardio. O'Reilly. Vardio. Heavy pressure by Chelsea. Back to Donnarumma. Cole Palmer pressuring Donnarumma. Donnarumma out to Nunez. Bernardo Silva. Stolen by Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez attacks Bernardo Silva. That's off of Bernardo Silva, and that'll be a corner for Chelsea. Forced corner of the game. And it'll be taken by Reece James. Chelsea attacking from right to left on your screen. Almost 3 minutes into the first half. Chelsea with the corner. A lot of roughhousing in the penalty area. Esteval. Okay, looks like there's a foul by Chelsea. And it'll be a free kick. There you see clear interference by Joao Pedro. Interfering with Donnarumma. Manchester City trying to get out of their own half. But Chelsea, heavy pressure early in this game. Donnarumma. Pressure by Joao Pedro. To Silva. Ruben Diaz. Now Phil Foden backing up into the middle of the midfield for support. Bernardo Silva. Cole Palmer trying to cut off the passing lane. He gets it to Vardio. Vardio basically hugging the left touchline. Now it's out to Nunez, but Nunez pressured by Neto. To Pedro. Reece James to Neto. Chelsea's pressure is working so far. Now back to Badiashile. Badiashile sends it back to the keeper, Jorgensen. Jorgensen, a long pass to Malagusta, but Donnarumma comes out of the penalty area to clean up the mess. And now City regroup. Nunes. Nunes playing more of a midfield role. Looks like Man City's going into a back three. Now Cherki. Oh, what a pass to Renders. Renders in the penalty box. Bernardo Silva outside of the penalty area, but it is going to be called, I think it's either an offside or a handball. Yeah, it's a handball on Renders. So it'll be a free kick for Chelsea. Now Chelsea will play from the back. Jorgensen to Chabola. Esteval to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer on the left. Back to Chabola. Back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen pressured by Man City. Clears it, but Nunes has it. And Bernardo Silva is fouled by Reece James. Robert Sanchez, the regular goalkeeper, not in the squad today due to a muscular injury. So this will be Jorgensen's first start as goalkeeper for Chelsea this season. There you see Phil Foden dropping into the midfield in support. Back to Foden. Foden to Cherki, hugging the right sideline. Up against Malagusto. Back to Foden. Diaz to Vardio. Vardio. The cross taken by Jorgensen. Achimpong to Cole Palmer. It's stolen by Man City. And now Man City regrouping. Vardio. O'Reilly at the edge of the left touchline on the top of the screen. Rodri. Now Rodri jumping back into the midfield. There's O'Reilly with the cross to Erling Haaland. Oh, that pass cleared by Chelsea. Now, Pedro Neto tries to win the aerial duel, does not. Cherki to Phil Foden to Ruben Diaz. Diaz to Vardio. The left back O'Reilly is basically hugging the touchline, but the right back, which is Nunes, he's kind of playing more in a central area for Man City. So it looks like Man City right now, they are trying to concentrate their attack to the right side of Chelsea's defense. That's going to be offsides on Chelsea. Cole Palmer called for the offside. Cherki to Ruben Diaz. Chelsea wasting no time in pressuring Man City every time they got the ball. Now Rodri. Rodri beats the double team to Renders. Now Renders in the penalty box. Met by Chabola. Cherki. O'Reilly to Cherki. Blocked by Chelsea. Back to Vardio. Vardio to Rodri. Ruben Diaz. to Bernardo Silva on the right wing, but met by Malo Gusto and by Pedro Neto. Nunes to Silva. He's onside. Phil Foden tries to hoof it to Bernardo Silva, but that pass is too long. And that'll be a goal kick for Chelsea. As we approach the 10-minute mark, no score between Manchester City and Chelsea. This is match day 20 of the 2025-26 Premier League season. Chelsea not necessarily out of the title race, but this is their first game post Enzo Maresca. Let's see how they do. Manchester City need a win to keep pace with Arsenal. There's Churchy. And that's going to be a foul outside of the penalty area on Reece James. Again, with a win, Manchester City would be in second with 44 points. Manchester City with a win or a tie, regardless, they will jump up to second. However, with a draw against Chelsea today, they'd be second only on goal differential ahead of Aston Villa. And both Aston Villa and Manchester City would be 6 points behind Arsenal. Arsenal right now, coming off the win yesterday over Bournemouth. They are sitting pretty right now, just watching the game, hoping that Chelsea wins. If Chelsea were to win, Arsenal will be 7 points clear of Man City going into Thursday's game against Liverpool. All right, we've got a free kick outside of the penalty area for Manchester City. Looks like Phil Foden is going to take that free kick. It's Churchy. Good clearance by Enzo Fernandez. And that will be a corner for Chelsea. Excuse me, for Man City. So this will be Man City's first corner. Twelve and a half minutes into the first half. Cleared by Chelsea by Trevor Chabala. And Cole Palmer with a chance for a counterattack. That ball hits off of Phil Foden. That's a foul. Looks like the ref is going to call a handball on Phil Foden. Let's look at the replay. It does come off of Phil Foden's arm. Doesn't look necessarily like a handball. But nevertheless, free kick for Chelsea. As Chelsea regroup. Reece James. Achampong. Chabala. Jorgensen. Malagusto. Wins the aerial duel. Reece James. Back to Man City. Bernardo Silva. Cleans up the mess. Reinders. Back to Churchy. Now back to Nunes, who again is kind of more of an central role. So Man City kind of playing a back three as opposed to a back four, with O'Reilly, the left back, way up the pitch on the left side, basically hugging the touchline. Rodri. But that opens up space on the right side for Bernardo Silva. Silva tries to, looks like he was going to cross it. Nunes with a cross, but no one is there except Estevao for Chelsea. Estevao to Chabala. Good pass to João Pedro, but Joao Pedro fumbles that pass. Now Nunez. Vardio. And Vardio tries a long pass to O'Reilly unsuccessfully. And that's going to be a free kick. A throw-in, excuse me, for Chelsea. There's our Liam Ruiseñor, the interim manager. Excuse me, Callum McFarlane, who is basically Chelsea's under 21 coach. So he is coaching Chelsea today until Chelsea find a new manager. So we'll see what the future of Enzo Maresca is. There have been rumors linking Enzo Maresca to Manchester City, but Pep Guardiola has shut down those rumors, saying that he is committed to Man City, at least through this year and next year, at the minimum. All right, back to the action. Rodri renders. Ruben Diaz pushing up. That's picked up by Malo Gusto. Excuse me. Yes, Malo Gusto. To Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea attacking Manchester City's right side. Good tackle by Nunes. That's out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for Chelsea. Malo Gusto. To Reece James. James. To Badiashile. To Chabola. Chelsea's back four pushing up. Achapong. To Cole Palmer. Chabola. Heavy pressure by City. Reece James. Achapong. Achapong. Pushing up the field, but Cole Palmer gets the rebound. To Esteval. Esteval met by O'Reilly. Cole Palmer met by Rodri. Phil Foden intercepts the pass. He's taken down by Esteval, and that's a foul. And that'll be a free kick for Man City. Both men shake hands as Man City regroups. Vardio. There's O'Reilly pushing up on the left touchline. Ruben Diaz. Vardio. O'Reilly back to Vardio. Vardio, the long pass to Bernardo Silva. Silva met by Malo Gusto. Good cross, but picked off by Chalobah. Chelsea trying to go on the counter. Fernandez. Joao Pedro. Oh, but good work by Rodri. And City have the ball back. Okay, that ball looks like it's going to be off of Joao Pedro. And it will be a throw-in for Man City. Donnarumma. Ruben Diaz. Vardio. Rodri. Churchy now on the right side. Met by Gusto and Neto. Nunes, the right back, not pushing up. He's kind of playing more centrally. Ruben Diaz. Vardio. But the back three pushing way high for Man City. That's picked off by Esteval. To Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea on the counterattack. Pedro Neto, lots of space. He's taking on Nunes. Oh, shot. But blocked by Vardio. Shot by Esteval. That's blocked. Chelsea's first chance. Achapang. Cole Palmer. Palmer back to Reece James. James back to Cole Palmer. Palmer crosses it. Met by Ruben Diaz. Now City in possession. Nunes with a long pass to Riley. Excuse me, to Renders. Renders made by Archipong. To Foden. And he just missed. Nice left-footed shot. It all started with the pass by Nunes, that long pass to Renders on the counter. Three defenders couldn't stop Foden. Foden gets past Gusto and Badiashile, but the shot just off to the right. And that's a foul. And Esteval just a minute earlier missed his opportunity on the counterattack. That shot blocked by Vardio with a sliding tackle. Stellar defending by Vardio. Esteval 5 goals and 1 assist in all competitions this year. Chabala. Achapong collides with O'Reilly. City with the ball. O'Reilly's still down. Okay, O'Reilly getting back to his feet after that collision with Amchapong. Nunes. Nunes as the right back, listed as the right back, but he's way in the center of the field. Vardio, pressured by Cole Palmer, almost dispossessed by Cole Palmer. Back to Ruben Diaz. Diaz. To Silva. To Churchy. Fernando Silva on the right touchline. Back to Nunes. To Phil Foden. Now Phil Foden dropping back in support of the center backs. Ruben Diaz. Vardio. Long pass to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, the penalty there. Short cross. Going for Haaland, but blocked by Chalobah. Cleared by Enzo Fernandez. Scramble in the penalty area. Now Esteval. But he's met by Vardio. That's out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. Looks like the action is about to start picking up here. As we approach the midway point of the first half, no score. Other than the Foden shot a couple of minutes ago, no clear opportunities. Jorgensen to Malo Gusto. Heavy pressure by Man City. Neto. Badiashile. To João Pedro. That'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. Badiashile goes down from the challenge by Bernardo Silva. Ooh. That was a strong challenge, but it didn't look like it was anything intentional. And the Badiashile is back up on his feet. Badiashile. Jorgensen. Chabala on the touchline. Diaz wins the header. Back to Churchy. Nunes. Vardio. Phil Foden with plenty of space. Foden, to Silva, had a chance there, but couldn't control the ball. To Malo Gusto. Now João Pedro. That looked like a foul, and it is a foul by Ruben Diaz on João Pedro near center circle. Just a common foul, nothing intentional. Palmer loses possession. Churchy. So Bernardo Silva. Silva. Body of shield. Now Erling Haaland, his first touch. Gets taken down by Malagusto, nothing called. Cleared by Achapong. Bernardo Silva. Renders. Renders against Achapong. Achapong. Good clearance. And that'll be a corner for Man City. Achapong protesting that the ball was off Renders, but the referee's call stands. And you can see that the game is starting to heat up now. It looks like the feeling out process is over now. There's a high corner. O'Reilly completely misses the header. And that'll be a goal kick for Chelsea. A very high corner kick. There's a look at Rodrigo, who missed about pretty much all of last season. He was injured in match day 5 of last season, the 24-25 season against Arsenal. Severe knee injury that cost him the season, and that was the beginning of the end of Manchester United's quest to win another title. Achapong to Palmer. Palmer taken down by Rodri. Free kick by Chelsea. There's a look at Pep Guardiola. I believe he's won 6 Premier League titles with Chelsea, with Man City, and also achieved a treble in the 2022-23 season. The treble being the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the UEFA Champions League. Okay, Ruben Diaz. Oh, good cross. Haaland had a chance, but that's out. And that'll be a goal kick for Chelsea. Great pass by Rodri. The cross by Renders. But the header by Haaland. Way off target. Okay, they're actually going to call that a corner. So that'll be a corner for Man City, their third corner of this matchup. Corner taken. Haaland down in the penalty area. Cole Palmer trying to start the counterattack. He's taken down by Churchy. Or Cherky, excuse me. Cole Palmer, sensational young player for Chelsea. Looks like he's somebody that we're going to hear about for many, many years. Jorgensen to Malagusto. Back to Badiashile. Badiashile. Oh, that's a foul by Joao Pedro. Taking down Ruben Diaz. So that'll be a free kick for City. Diaz to Rodri. Reece James with the interception, but he fouls. Fouls Rodri. Ooh, that was an ugly step on The foot of Rodri. There's Reece James, the captain of Chelsea. What a sensational player he has become for the Blues. Diaz. Vardio. Ruben Diaz. Nunes. Cherki. Back to Nunes. Nunes pressured by Esteban. Rodri to Diaz. Diaz pushing up. Vardio. No one there for Man City. If the score stays as it is, City will go up to 42 points, and them and Aston Villa will be 6 points behind Arsenal. Bernardo Silva. Met by Enzo. Cherki. Rodri. Silva. Is he onside? He is. Header by Phil Foden. Way off target. Now the referee signals offside on Bernardo Silva. Clearly offside. Late call by the official. Nevertheless, the header by Phil Foden way off target. Jorgensen. Chabala with the long ball. Tries to get it to Pedro Neto unsuccessfully. City with a counter. Back to Diaz. Diaz and Guardiola as the center backs, basically in the center circle. Chelsea seems content to absorb pressure, looking for a counterattack. Phil Foden. Bernardo Silva. Back to Nunes. Nunes back to Bernardo Silva, met by Malo Gusto. And Esteval. Looks like Esteval and Pedro Neto have switched from left to right wing. Nunes. Short cross. Cleared. Enzo Fernandez. Good defending. Now it's Esteval against Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz wins that duel. Bernardo Silva on the attack. Met by Enzo Fernandez, but there's Cherki against Malo Gusto, but Reece James is there. Back to Gusto. Malo Gusto. Pressure by Cherki. Cleared out. Diaz. Rodri. Phil Foden. Met by Reece James. Goes back to Jorgensen. Good defending by Chelsea. Achapon. Not a good clearance. Renders to Rodri, to Ruben Diaz. City piling on the pressure. Rodri. Ruben Diaz. Nunes. Now Silva. Again battling Malo Gusto. Nunes. Ruben Diaz pushing forward. Phil Foden. Nunes. To Bernardo Silva. Nunes. Cherki tried to be cute. Didn't work. Cleared out by Chelsea. And Man City regroups. Diaz. Rodri both in the center circle. Vardio. O'Reilly. Back to Vardio. Now Chelsea stepping up the pressure. All the way back to Donnarumma. O'Reilly. Back to Vardio. Phil Foden. To Erling Haaland. To Foden. Now City with a chance. He's got some numbers. Renders. To Churchy on the right, but met by Enzo Fernandez. Again, Chelsea look content to absorb pressure right now. City basically laying siege to the Chelsea side of the field. Diaz. Vardio. O'Reilly. Vardio. Phil Foden. Diaz. Rodri. Rodri to Bernardo Silva. Silva in the penalty area against Malagusto. Using fakes. Shoots it just over the bar. So far, this result is exactly what Arsenal want, either a draw or a Chelsea win. Disappointment on the face of Bernardo Silva. Now Amchapong gets by two Chelsea players, but there's two Man City players, but there's Rodri. Rodri in the penalty area to Phil Foden, but met by Chelsea's defense. Jorgensen in possession. Jorgensen to Malagusto. Esteval hugging the left touchline on the bottom of the screen. To Joao Pedro. Nice move by Pedro, beating two players. Gusto. Body shield. Reece James. Enzo Fernandez. To Chabala. Cole Palmer. Amchapong. Now heavy pressure by Man City. Back to Jorgensen. Malagusto. Picked up by City. Oh, what a pass to Erling Haaland. Haaland with the shot deflected. Saved by Jorgensen. What a save by Jorgensen off the deflection. That should have been 1-0 Man City. Cherky. Great defensive work. That shot hit off of the back of Chabala's foot. And Jorgensen, a sensational diving save. And that'll be another corner for Man City. Pep Guardiola, cannot believe it. Phil Foden with the corner. Oh, miscommunication by two of City's players there. And Nunes clears it as Esteval with the heavy pressure. Throw it for Chelsea. Pep Guardiola protesting something to the fourth official. Back to Jorgensen. To Enzo Fernandez. Body shield. Excuse me, Chabala. Reece James. Anchapong. City now on the counterattack. Rodri. Erling Haaland. Haaland cuts inside. Off the post! Oh, that should have been 1-0 Man City. Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Erling Haaland. And that'll be out. Oh, right off the post. Erling Haaland puts the move on body of shield and it hits the left post. Oh. Oof. That moment may come back to bite Manchester City. What a shot by Erling Haaland. World class. But it hits the left post and it stays out of the back of the net. O'Reilly, pressured by Pedro Neto. Great pass to Vardio. Vardio pushing forward. He's hugging the left touchline, met by Cole Palmer. Now he retreats. He's not going to outrun Cole Palmer. Diaz. Phil Foden. Turkey. Turkey against Malagusto. Turkey takes a right-footed shot. Not a good one. Vardio looks like he's injured. Oh, yeah. Cole Palmer put the studs in him. Nothing intentional. Cole Palmer having a word with the referee. Diaz retreats. Oh, so close by Erling Haaland. The referee for this match, Michael Oliver, has had his moments of controversy. There's Cole Palmer, but clear by the defense. Oh, what a great play by Achapong to save the day, because Manchester City had numbers there for that counterattack. Cherki. Rodri. Cherki again. Cherki attacking on the left. Oh, that through pass. It goes to Renders. And it's 1-0 Man City! What a goal by Renders! That shot looked like it was not going to go in at all. But it does. And Man City lead 1-0. Nice left-footed shot. From my vantage point, it looked like it hit the side of the net. But it is 1-0 Manchester City. Cherki starts off the counterattack. Beautiful through ball. It bounced off of a combination of Chabala and Batashiel. Some nifty moves by Renders. Renders with the left-footed shot. Curls it just inside of the left post. Tucks it between the left post and Jorgensen's outstretched arm. And it looks like Man City is going to go into halftime with a 1-0 lead. Excellent shot. Like I said, I thought it hit the side of the net from my vantage point. All right, now let's see how Chelsea can respond. Joao Pedro battling Nunez. To Enzo Fernandez. To Malagusto. Reece James. Fernandez, nice pass. But Chelsea lose possession. Oh, Malagusto with the sliding tackle on Erling Haaland. A clear foul. But it looks like referee Michael Oliver's not going to give out any kind of yellow card for that. Ooh, man, in slow motion. Ooh, that looked ugly. But from my vantage point, it didn't look like it was anything really intentional. Vardio to O'Reilly. Rodri dropping back in support of the defenders. Back to Donnarumma with about a minute left in the first half, plus stoppage time. Nunez. Cherki there in support. Rodri. Erling Haaland. Turkey. Cutting inside. Oh, he should have shot it, but instead he does a back pass. Now Bernardo Silva. Cleared by Malo Gusto. Oh, he should have shot that. He cut inside. Try to back pass, but maybe Chabala, who was the one to clear that. Diaz. Foden. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Rodri. Nunez. Phil Foden. Turkey. Again, Chelsea, no pressure right now. I think they just want to get through this first half down only 1-0. Oh, what a pass. O'Reilly. Off of Achapong, and that'll be another corner from Man City right before the end of the half. Well taken goal by Renders. That's the difference in this game. As we're near the 2nd minute of stoppage time. There's the corner. Oh, Vardiel just missed. Oh, and Foden. Foden completely missed that. Completely missed the shot there. It bounced off of João Pedro right to Phil Foden. And again, Phil Foden completely missed the shot. And he knows it. All right, and we now go into halftime. With the score, Manchester City 1, Chelsea nothing. Renders with the goal in the 42nd minute. And we will be back with the second half of this Manchester City versus Chelsea matchup here on the Operation Smooth podcast. All right, I am back on the Operation Smooth podcast. Again, 1-0 Manchester City leading Chelsea right now. A very interesting matchup. Kind of got off to a slow start, but things have picked up quite a bit, especially towards the end of the half. Again, let's take a look at the Premier League standings as they stand right now. If this result holds up and Manchester City wins this matchup, Arsenal will still be at top of the table with 48 points after 20 matches. Manchester City will move up to second with 44 points, hot on the tails of Arsenal. And then in third place, you've got Aston Villa with 42 points. They are not completely out of it. So right now, it is a three-horse race. Liverpool, honestly, with that draw against Fulham, a game they should have won, they would probably still kind of be in the race. But at this point, Liverpool, 8 points behind Aston Villa, 10 points behind Man City, and 14 points behind Arsenal. I think Liverpool's title defense is over. I think we will have a new champion in 2025-26. And it's going to be Aston Villa, Man City, or Arsenal. Arsenal will host Liverpool on Thursday. Right now, I think Arsenal is going to win that game. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be 1-0. Just like the game they had, I want to say it was either match day 4 or match day 8, where Arsenal lost to Liverpool at Anfield. I think it'll be that kind of a game. A very close, cagey matchup this coming Thursday. But the way they're playing right now, they are looking pretty much unstoppable. The game at Bournemouth, they were up 2-1. They made a triple substitution. They play in the 4-3-3, and they substituted the entire front line. And with those substitutions, Arsenal did not fall off at all, and they kept the pressure on, and they were able to come out with a 3-2 victory over Bournemouth. So again, it's looking like Arsenal right now, as it stands, it looks like they might win the Premier League for the first time since the 03-04 season, the year in which they were the Invincibles. For those of you that remember, Arsenal finished undefeated that season. An incredible feat by Arsenal. What a team they had back then with Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp and Robert Pires and Freddie Ljungberg and Edu and Gilberto Silva, the late Jose Antonio Reyes. They had Ashley Cole. They had Sol Campbell. What a squad that was. And they finished undefeated in the 03-04 season, 26 wins, 12 defeats. And only them and Preston North End back in 1888-89. Those are the only two teams that finished undefeated in England's top flight of English soccer. So, even though Arsenal will not be undefeated this year, I don't think they care. It's looking good. It's looking damn good right now. As far as Arsenal finally winning the Premier League, a lot of pressure on Mikel Arteta. Arsenal has finished second in the last 3 seasons. Second is not going to cut it this year. It's either going to be first place or bust. Let's take a look at the rest of the table. You've got Chelsea in 6th place. If they can come back and win, They will leapfrog Manchester United to with in fifth place. Even if they come back and draw this game, they'll be at 31 points with Man United, but they will jump ahead of Man United on goal differential. And you're looking at the rest of the top half, rounded up by Brentford, Sunderland, Newcastle, and Brighton. Let's take a look at the bottom of the table. You've got Fulham, Everton, Tottenham. Tottenham, another disappointing season. They drew today against Sunderland. The pressure is on Thomas Frank to get things together at Tottenham. Then you've got Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Leeds, and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, disappointing season. They finished sixth last year, very disappointing with all the controversy with the sacking of Nuno Espirito Santo at the beginning of the year, and then the disastrous 37-day reign of Ange Postecoglou, now under Sam Dyche, Nottingham Forest, who were competing for a European spot last season and a top four finish. Now they are trying to avoid relegation. The bottom three, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. Wolves got their first win of the season yesterday against West Ham. Also, they drew against Manchester United. So, Wolves, they're not going to escape the relegation zone. But hey, they're undefeated in their last two games. They went into Old Trafford and drew against Manchester United, and now they got a dominant win. A dominant win over West Ham. West Ham. I was watching some YouTube videos yesterday. The West Ham fans, they've had it. They want Nuno Espirito Santo gone. So that's kind of a look at the Barclays Premier League table. And it looks like here in another minute or two, we will begin the second half of this Manchester City versus Chelsea matchup. Match day 20 of the 2025-26 Barclays Premier League season. Like I said earlier, I think we're definitely gonna see a new champion this year. It's a three-horse race right now. It's Arsenal, Manchester City, and Aston Villa. I know Aston Villa did beat Man City earlier this season. Arsenal and Aston Villa, they split both of their games. And then Arsenal and Man City back in September, they tied at 1. What a great game that was. A game that I had the experience of watching where I lived. They had a Barclays Premier League big watch along where Rebecca Lowe and Tim Howard and the Robbies were there. It was a Premier League fan fest that I had a great time. I had a great time both days. What an atmosphere for the Manchester City-Chelsea game, which was part of that fan fest, and then the Arsenal-Man City game. I had no idea there were that many Arsenal fans here where I live. Again, what a great experience that was. Okay, we have a substitution for Chelsea. Andre Santos, number 17, is going to come on. Let's see who he's going to be replacing. And there you see the World Champions patch on the chest of the Chelsea uniform. And Let's see who Andre Santos is coming in for. Okay, so looks like he's coming on for Esteval, who really did not have a great first half. So that's a substitution that is made by Chelsea as we begin the second half. Manchester City in the home sky blue kit. They will be attacking from right to left on the screen. Chelsea in the all dark blue. They are attacking from left to right. Phil Foden with the clearance. Throw in for Chelsea. Thaddeus Shield. Jorgensen. Oh, Jorgensen almost screwed that up. There's the header by Santos. There's Enzo. Uh-oh, counterattack. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, he tried. Oh, blocked. I'm sorry, that was Neto. Nice pass by João Pedro to Neto. Neto tried to cross it to Cole Palmer. But there's Donnarumma. Oh, big chance. Blown by Chelsea. Chabala. Body shield. Jorgensen. Pedro Neto. Back to Jorgensen as Chelsea regroup. Now it's Chabala as the center back, basically hugging the right touchline. Reece James, Cole Palmer. There's Chabala. Back to Reece James. Looks like he tried to get it to Malo Gusto, but unsuccessfully. Body shield. Reece James, Chabala. A nice move on renders. Now Chabala creates space. Now he sends it back to Reece James. Reece James fakes the pass. Back to Body Shield. Body Shield. Uh-oh. Phil Foden gets a foot on it. Reece James is there against Foden. He clears it. But now Malo Gusto. No foul called. Now Cole Palmer. Numbers for Chelsea. 4-on-3. Cole Palmer to Enzo Fernandez with a spin move. Oh, Neto, how did you miss that? Oh, Neto. Oh, bro, how did you miss that? That was 1-1. And Pedro Neto missed it. Vardy's still down. Oh, Neto, what were you doing? Oh, man, he clips it over the bar. All he had to do was take a low shot. Oh, just over. Oh, boy. What a miss by Pedro Neto. He knows it. Oh, he's going to be having nightmares about that for months. What a miss. And there's Vardy still down. And looks like there's going to be another substitution. This time by Man City. Incredible. Okay, looks like Vardiel is coming off. There's Reece James helping Vardiel off. Hopefully it's not an Achilles injury. So Kusanov is going to come on for Vardiel. Look at Reece James, the captain of Chelsea, showing class, helping Vardiel come off the pitch. Number 45, Kusanov, is coming on for Vardiel. Great show of sportsmanship and respect by Reece James. Hopefully it's not an Achilles injury because Vardiel's really not putting too much pressure on that leg. All right, back to the action. Donnarumma clears it. And that's out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for Chelsea. Off of Nunez. Andre Santos. Okay, now Archipong is playing pretty much as the left back. Back to Jorgensen, to Chabala. To Reece James. What a pass to Santos. Reece James. Picked off by City. And that's going to be a foul on Reece James. By Reece James, excuse me. Ooh, Rodri having a tough game. That's another stomp on the foot he takes there. Again, nothing intentional by Reece James. But oh, what a chance miss by Pedro Neto. It is going to be a yellow card on Reece James, however, by referee Michael Oliver. And then you see Bernardo Silva, the captain of Man City, having a word with Reece James, but again, nothing malicious. And it'll be a free kick for Manchester City with the score 1-0 early in the second half from Etihad Stadium in Manchester, England. Foden with the kick. Andre Santos clears as he collides with Bernardo Silva. It's back to Man City. Man City attacking from right to left. Kusanov. Ruben Diaz, heavily pressured by Enzo Fernandez. Okay, Andre Santos. Pedro Neto battling Nunez. And that'll be out, and that'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. Now, Man City pressuring the Chelsea defense, trying to force an error that'll hopefully give them a 2-0 lead. There's Archipong. Pedro Neto, lots of space on the side, on the touchline. Pedro Neto, clear foul by Ruben Diaz, who blocks Joao Pedro's path, and that's going to be a yellow card on Ruben Diaz. And Joao Pedro is still down. Ruben Diaz clear interference with Joao Pedro's progress. So that's going to be Manchester City's first yellow card of this matchup. And Joao Pedro just now getting up. Looks like he took a shot to the jaw. As Chelsea start up again. Cole Palmer. Oh, Erling Haaland with the interception. Steals it for Achapong. Achapong with the tackle. A clean tackle. And that'll be a corner kick for Man City. That's excellent tackle, though, by Achapong. So that'll be a corner kick for Man City. Man City trying to go up 2-0. Cleared by Chalobah. That's going to be another corner for Manchester City. And Enzo Fernandez is down. You can see clearly the gash on his right knee. But that gash is from his own teammate. When Chalobah jumped up to clear, he caught Enzo Fernandez. So a little friendly fire there by Chelsea. Another corner. Diaz. But Jorgensen catches it for Chelsea. So long pass. Silva. Chalobah. To Turkey. Now, Man City regroup. Kusanov. Ruben Diaz. Back to Kusanov. Phil Foden. Foul on Phil Foden by Cole Palmer. Yeah, free kick for Man City. O'Reilly to Rodri. Renders. Back to Donnarumma. Bernardo Silva. Heavy pressure by Chelsea. But Erling Haaland is there. Erling Haaland blows by Chalobah. Erling Haaland blown by everybody. Left-footed shot. Blocked. What a block by Badia Shield. Now Haaland. Outside the penalty area. Malagusto. O'Reilly. Met by Chalobah and Cole Palmer. And looks like that'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. There's a replay. Good tackle by Bernardo Silva. Then Erling Haaland blows by Chalobah. But good tackle. Good slide by Badiashile to get his foot in the way. Man City back in possession. Kusanov. O'Reilly. Chelsea again, heavy pressure trying to get the ball back. Back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma to Diaz. Back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma met by Joao Pedro. Kusanov. Erling Haaland. The counterattack begins for Man City. Turkey to Renders. And that's onside in the penalty area. Renders. Met by Chalobah. Renders. Turkey. Blocked. Reece James with a timely tackle. Now Chelsea on the counter. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer slowing down the counterattack there. He had a chance for a good pass. Now Cole Palmer carrying the ball to Andre Santos. The 1-2. Now to Reece James. As we approach the 60th minute. Neto and Malo Gusto on the right side. Pedro Neto met by O'Reilly. Back to Malo Gusto. Santos. Achapam. Neto. Excuse me. Neto on the right side. It'll be a throw in for Chelsea. Reece James. Great tackle, just in time. Andre Santos. Andre Santos blows by Turkey. Enzo. Achapam. And that'll be a corner for Chelsea. And that was off of Nunes. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution. No. No. There's Chabala. There's a throw, short corner. Oh, Reece James. Okay, now the referee's saying off. Now they're calling offsides on Reece James. And now we are going to have a substitution for Chelsea. Liam Delap is going to come on for João Pedro. And Achapong is going to come off for Chelsea. Jorel Hato, number 21, is going to come on for Chelsea. So Jorel Hato will come in as a left back. Liam Delap, who joined Chelsea from Ipswich last season, has yet to score for Chelsea. As we go into the 62nd minute, Kusanov with the long ball tries to get it to Erling Haaland. Jorgensen is there. Some sloppiness from Hato, but recovered. Hato turns it over. Haaland blocked by Andre Santos. There's the header. And that'll be a goal kick for Chelsea. I think Jorel Hato was acquired from Ajax in the Dutch league, if I'm not mistaken. Uh-oh, there's a bad pass. Turkey. Good block by Badiashile. That's a terrible pass by Hato. Neto. Neto with his speed to Liam Delap. Delap, a long pass. Kusanov gets there just in time. And that'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. Neto still got plenty left in the tank. Delap. Neto. Neto. No, excuse me, that was Enzo Fernandez. And Enzo Fernandez down, but gets back up. Reece James. Oh, Neto just missed. And that'll be out for a goal kick. Man City regrouping. So we approach the 65th minute. 1-0 Man City. Chelsea can't seem to unlock Man City's defense. Chabala. Malagusto. Can't get to the ball. It's back to Man City. Rodri. Turkey. O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Back to Kusanov. To O'Reilly. Kusanov. Now Chelsea applying pressure. Phil Foden tried a cute back pass. Failed to Chabala. Chabala. Back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen. Good pass. All the way up to Hato, but Hato completely missed it. Not a good start to this game for Hato. At left back for Chelsea. Kusanov. Turkey. All the way back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma. Back to Kusanov. Kusanov with the long ball to Haaland. Oh, that almost worked. That was going to go right to Bernardo Silva, but Andre Santos is there. Back to Hato. Hato. Back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen to Badia Shield. Now to Hato. Hato met by Erling Haaland. That's a definite mismatch in favor of Man City. Jorgensen. Liam Delap to Cole Palmer. To Delap. Chelsea have a chance. What a pass. To Neto. Neto cuts inside, loses his balance. Neto. To Malagusto. Just outside the penalty area. Met by O'Reilly. Reece James. Cleans up the mess. Andre Santos. Badia Shield. Joel Hato. Back to Badia Shield. Now Chelsea retreating. Chalobah. Santos. To Liam Delap. Liam Delap pushing forward. Oh, that looked like a handball. And Liam Delap just couldn't get through. Bernardo Silva. Turkey. Against Joel Hato. All the way back to Nunez. O'Reilly. Phil Foden. Rodri. Kusanov. Donnarumma. Donnarumma with the long ball trying to get it to Erling Haaland. Who gets it to Turkey. And Turkey on Andre Santos. Bernardo Silva, what a sliding tackle by Joel Hato. He saved the day because that was about to be 2-0. Great defending by Hato. If you look at the replay, great speed. Great defensive recovery by Joel Hato. And now a big substitution for Man City. Jeremy Doku is going to come on for Renders. And Jeremy Doku, his speed is like 200. So Chelsea's defense is going to get a workout here. Renders with the only goal of the game so far in the 42nd minute. I believe Renders is a Dutch international. Their renders getting the applause of the Man City faithful and the love from Pep Guardiola as well. No real sense of urgency by Chelsea just yet. That's out. That'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. Back to Man City. O'Reilly to Diaz. Doku tries to get past Chabala. Doesn't work. Reece James to Jorgensen. Reece James having a real good captain's performance for Chelsea today. And that'll be another throw-in for Manchester City. As we hit 70 minutes in this matchup. Throw in by O'Reilly. Now O'Reilly against Cole Palmer. O'Reilly, what a pass to Phil Foden in the penalty box. But Reece James is there. To Malo Gusto. Chabala. To Delap. Now Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea. With a chance. Neto. Jarell Hato. Back to Santos. Enzo. Delap. With the shot. Blocked by Donnarumma. Good save. That was a nice spin by Liam Delap. But he didn't have enough of an angle. Good work to get around Kusanov. The ball did hit Kusanov's foot and into the arms of Donnarumma. Right, Chelsea with the ball. Fernandez. Cole Palmer. Dispossessed by Kusanov. Bernardo Silva to Doku. Doku on the wing against Chabala. Chabala's got a challenge here. Chabala and Malo Gusto meet Doku, but Doku there. But Andre Santos with the defensive clearance. Malo Gusto. No, ball is not out. Jeremy Doku against Chabala. Doku tries for a shot. Blocked. Now, Neto had a chance there, but stripped by Rodri. Now, O'Reilly to Bernardo Silva. Now we're going to have another substitution by Manchester City. Looks like Nathan Ake is going to come on. This is going to be more of a defensive substitution. O'Reilly. Rodri. Bernardo Silva goes down. Fouled by Andre Santos. Free kick to Man City. Rodri. Phil Foden back to Rodri. Nunez. Cherky tries to get around Hato. Hato, good defensive work. Enzo Fernandez. With the ball, that's a foul. It's a foul by Enzo Fernandez. Kusanov. Jeremy Doku. Doku against Chabala. Doku, what a pass to Phil Foden. All but blocked by Badia Shield. That was going right to Erling Haaland. into the back of the net, but great defensive work by Badia Shield. There was nothing stopping Erling Haaland from scoring there. And Pep Guardiola knows it too. But a great job by Benoit Badiashile. Corner for Man City. No one there. Enzo. Foden. Cherky outside of the penalty area. Cross blocked. And looks like there's offsides. Now Chelsea will regroup. Jorgensen. Benoit Badiashile. Hato. Andre Santos. Back to Hato. Heavy pressure by Man City. Badiashile. To Andre Santos. Picked off by Man City, but Chelsea recover. Oh, there's a chance. Cole Palmer. To Neto. Neto. Met by Kuzanov. To Cole Palmer. 15 minutes left in this match. Enzo Fernandez. Passes blocked. Reece James. To Pedro Neto. Neto. Oh, he tried to get it to Malagusto. Malagusto asleep at the wheel. O'Reilly. To Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku. Gets by Neto. Now City with the counterattack at Doku. Tries to get it to Foden, but intercepted. Reece James. Battles Doku. Reece James. To Cole Palmer. Now Chelsea with a chance. There's Liam Delap. Met by Kusanov. Good defending by Kusanov. And looks like Liam Delap kind of shoves Kusanov into the advertising board. And now there's some shoving going on between some players of Chelsea and Man City. Enzo Fernandez protecting his teammate. Now Enzo having some words with Ruben Diaz. And now some more players are pushing and shoving as Kusanov tries to recover. But it looks like cooler heads are prevailing here. It looked like a shove by Liam Delap, who looked to have shoved Kusanov into the advertising board. Now the ref having a word with Nunes. The ref issues a yellow card to Liam Delap, who clearly lost that battle. And now Michael Oliver wants a word with Matthias for his role in the melee. Now referee Michael Oliver having a word with Matthias and with Bernardo Silva, the captain. And Matthias is going to get a yellow card as well. As players on both teams go for a water break as we're about to reach the 80th minute of this game. Matthias all up in the grill of Enzo Fernandez. So obviously that's why there was a yellow card issued. And now Ruben Diaz is on the ground, but he gets back up. That might have been an issue with cramps this late in the matchup. So there will be another substitution by Manchester City. Okay, Ruben Diaz goes out for Nathan Ake. So that is basically one center back for another. Long kick by Donnarumma. Phil Foden to Erling Haaland. Good defending by Chelsea, and Jorgensen is there. About 10 minutes left in this matchup. Really no sense of urgency by Chelsea to try to tie this game, but we still got 10 minutes to go. Gusto. Delap. Oh, what a bad pass. And that'll be Man City ball. Doku. Doku fights off Reece James. Phil Foden. Chelsea get it back. Cole Palmer. Neto. Enzo Fernandez. Joel Hato. Back to Enzo. To Andre Santos. Body Shield. Reece James. Chalaba. Back to Reece James. Body Shield. Reece James in between the central defenders in support. Chalaba. Back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen to Joel Hato. Hato back to Badiashile. Chelsea pinned back deep in their own area. Oh, Cole Palmer. Lose control, lose possession. And he fouls Rodri. O'Reilly. Doku. O'Reilly. Back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma. Kusanov. Rodri. Who drops back to receive the pass. Now, City with a chance to counterattack. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva had a chance to make a great pass, but he missed out. Doku. Doku met by Neto. Phil Foden. Nunes. Erling Haaland. Phil Foden tries the through pass. Unsuccessful. Kusanov. Nunes. Phil Foden. Foden. Back to Kusanov. Kusanov to Donnarumma. Nathan Ake. Chalaba. Forceful tackle there on Jeremy Doku. as we head into the final minutes of this match. Pep Guardiola shouting instructions, less than 10 minutes left. It'll be a free kick for Man City. Ake. Rodri. Foden. To Chalobah. Chelsea with a chance. Reece James. Reece James tried to get a little too cute there, but he is fouled. So that will be a free kick for Chelsea. Five minutes left plus stoppage time. Enzo. Enzo loses possession. Cherky. Out. Throw in for Chelsea. Body shield. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Bell. FX7 Jew. Thank you so much. All right. Hato. Andre Santos. Hato. Pedro Neto. Intercepted by City. Turkey. In the penalty box. Met by Santos. Good defending by Santos. Nice pass to Joel Hato. Risky pass, but it works. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, terrible pass to Neto. And Chelsea just don't look like they have much left in the tank. Right now, no real sense of urgency by the Blues. Not yet. There's still a few minutes left though. There's Hato. Hato dispossessed by Holland. Now Turkey on the counterattack. Oh, great play by Malo Gusto. Great defending. There has been some stellar defending by Chelsea in the second half. I will give them that. As we head into the 88th minute and possibly stoppage time. Cherky met by Joel Hato. Cherky cuts inside. To Holland. Oh, that pass was a little too strong. Jorgensen. There. Chalobah. Back to Jorgensen. Body of shield. Hato. Neto. To Andre Santos. Reece James. Malo Gusto. Chalobah. Reece James. Back to Chalobah. Manchester City's got Chelsea playing in Chelsea's own half of the pitch. So tactically, Manchester City definitely winning the battle. Now Reece James in the midfield. Cole Palmer. Through pass to Delap. Delap to Gusto, to Cole Palmer. Enzo to Neto. Neto doesn't get control of it. Back to Enzo Fernandez. Palmer. Fernandez. Neto. Hato. Palmer and Delap missed. That was a chance for Chelsea. But it's like Chelsea's got possession again. Now City. Oh, good play by Malo Gusto. But that'll be a throw-in for Man City. Chelsea looking a bit out of gas. That was a nice pass by Joel Hato. And Cole Palmer completely missed it, and it is off of Liam Delap. Chalaba. Okay, that's a foul. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. Still could be a little bit of hope here. Let's see how much, shouldn't be too much stoppage time. I stand corrected. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Okay. Reece James with the free kick. Donnarumma is there. Quick throw out. Bernardo Silva to Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku met by Reece James. Cole Palmer in support of James. That's out of bounds. Throw in for Chelsea. Doku wanted a foul. Malo Gusto. Chucky. Good play by Santos. Right to Neto. That's out. Good play by Kusano, but that's out. Throw in for Chelsea. Chelsea might have one last chance to tie this matchup. Andre Santos. Chalaba. Reece James. Reece James with the long pass to Malo Gusto. Gusto met by Ake. Ooh. Gusto did get clipped there by Ake. Actually, it doesn't look like. It looks like Gusto pulled a muscle, but that's going to be a goal kick for Manchester City as we start going deep into stoppage time. And if everything holds up, Manchester City will be only 4 points behind Arsenal. Okay, looks like O'Reilly getting back up. Looks like he took a hard bump. Body a shield. Suhato. Enzo. Enzo Fernandez to Neto. Picked off by Man City. Now the counterattack. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that was a deliberate foul by Bernardo Silva. He's going to get a yellow card for that. Basically, horse collars Andre Santos on that one. So there may still be an opportunity here for Chelsea to tie it in stoppage time. But they are running out of time. Malo Gusto. Nice move. Gets past O'Reilly. Okay. Enzo Fernandez! In stoppage time! Enzo Fernandez ties it! Enzo Fernandez saves the day for Chelsea with that rebound. What a finish! What an ending! Wow. Oh, look at the look on the face of Donnarumma. Dejected. It looks like he had the ball and fumbled it. The Man City players abject. Enzo Fernandez ties it at 1 in stoppage time. See the replay. Great move by Malo Gusto to get past O'Reilly. Puts the quick cross. It gets by Delap. And Enzo Fernandez did shoot it basically into the hands of Donnarumma. But Donnarumma cannot hold on to it. And Enzo Fernandez with the rebound easily puts it in the back of the net. And Chelsea's fans celebrating wildly. That right there. is the first shot. And then off the rebound, Enzo Fernandez ties it. And Chelsea, look at the Chelsea fans celebrating wildly that draw. And Arsenal fans are celebrating as well because instead of being 4 points clear, Arsenal is going to be 6 points clear. And I will show the standings here in a minute as this game is about to end. I told one of my viewers that there was no sense of urgency by Chelsea, but they pulled it off. They got the point. Excuse me. About 30 seconds left in the match. What if Chelsea pull off a winner here? Oh, what a great ending. One thing about these the last watch along I did was the first Aston Villa Arsenal game where Buendia scored a stoppage time winner. It seems like I do these watch alongs, which I don't do a lot of, but it seems like when I do these watch alongs, a lot of times I seem to do a watch alongs for games that end up with finishes like this. So I should definitely do a lot more watch alongs. I think I might do the Manchester Derby in a couple of weeks. I wish I could do the Liverpool Arsenal game, but I'll be working. So, right, Cole Palmer gets into the City penalty area, but that's going to be that'll be gone. Enzo pushing forward. Goes for a last second winner, but Donnarumma's there. That should theoretically end the action. But action's still going on. Badiashile. To Gusto. Okay. Cleared out. Okay. And that'll be Chelsea ball. We've already passed the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Pep Guardiola's not going to be a happy camper, let me tell you. Delop, Cole Palmer, Enzo. Caught by City. Rodri. Holland. Turkey. Uh-oh. Still got time. Bernardo Silva with Hato. Silva. And that looks like that'll be a goal kick. And that's it. Guardiola shakes hands with the interim coach. Oh, this is devastating for Manchester City. Let me tell you. It's great for Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea, they are out of the title race. They only sit at 31 points right now, so well behind Arsenal. Let's see if we can get a look at some live standings here as we start wrapping things up here. There's a look with the standings as they sit right now with that tie by Chelsea. Chelsea move up to 5th. So it looks like right now they have an Europa League spot despite everything that's happened with Enzo Maresca leaving. Got to give them props for their perseverance as they rescue a point from a game in which Manchester City was clearly the better team. Manchester City probably should have scored a couple of more goals, but Chelsea, what a man right there. Their captain, Reece James, devastating. This is devastating. That's two straight draws by Manchester City. Meanwhile, Arsenal just keep on and keep on and keep on winning. So here's a live look at the Premier League table. Arsenal, everybody's played 20 games. So we are beginning the second half of the 2025-26 season. Arsenal, 15 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, 48 points in sole possession of the lead. They could go up 9 points. They could go 9 points clear, possibly, uh, after the fixtures of Wednesday and Thursday. Manchester City sit in second with 42 points, tied with Aston Villa. Aston Villa sit in third. Manchester City ahead of Aston Villa on goal difference. Aston Villa did beat Man City earlier this season. Liverpool, they drew to Fulham. That cost them 2 points. Liverpool, they will not repeat as champions. But props to them. They had a very tough October and November with all those losses. But they just can't seem to get out of their own way. Liverpool seems stuck in neutral. They seem stuck in second gear and can't seem to get into third, fourth, and fifth gear. Chelsea, a good young team, not ready to win the Premier League, but what a game! What perseverance by Enzo Fernandez and Chelsea. I don't think Liam Delap is the answer at center forward. Joao Pedro either. They need a world class striker, and neither Liam Delap nor Joao Pedro are that. If Chelsea had Erling Haaland, good lord, or if they still had Didier Drogba, who knows? And then of course you have Moises Caicedo, their world star midfielder who did not play due to yellow card accumulation. Moises Caicedo, a great player, a great midfield partner with Enzo Fernandez. There he is on the screen, but I'm sorry, Moises Caicedo needs to get his discipline under control. He is a clear disciplinary problem. Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, after the draw to Leeds United, said that he will leave in June of 2027. I think Ruben Amorim is trying to get sacked as soon as possible. You round out the top 10, you've got Brentford, Sunderland, Newcastle, and Brighton. Newcastle United got off to a hot start, but they are dropping in the standings quickly. Brighton rounds out the top 10. I'll look at the bottom half of the table. You see Fulham, who snatched a miracle draw, just like this one. Fulham at Craven Cottage pulled off a miracle draw against Liverpool 2-2 with the last kick of the game. Everton sit in 12th. They got blown out by, I believe it was Brentford. Brentford blew them out of the water today, 4-2. Then you've got Tottenham, another disappointing season. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Leeds, and Nottingham Forest round out 13-17. And the bottom 3 in the relegation zone, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. Wolves drew at Old Trafford at Manchester United, and they got their first win of the season, destroying West Ham. It's not looking good for West Ham. Nottingham Forest, 4 points above West Ham in the relegation zone. So that is basically a look at your Premier League table. One more time. Arsenal, they are celebrating, quite frankly, just as much as Chelsea is. Arsenal goes 6 points clear of Manchester City. I believe Manchester City will play, I believe they play Crystal Palace this Wednesday. Let me double check that. That'll be Wednesday, January the 7th. Now, Aston Villa will travel to Selhurst Park to play Crystal Palace. Manchester City will play 10th place Brighton. And then Thursday, Arsenal will take on Liverpool. So that's it. That's it for this watch along. Thank you to everybody that watched this Operation Smooth podcast. I will be doing a whole lot of talk about my sorry New York Jets team. So if you're down for that, feel free to check it out. My next watch along will probably be the Manchester derby between Man City and Man United. So I will be keeping you posted. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And until next time, this is the Operation Smooth podcast.